Have you ever noticed a tiny pipe on the side of your house and thought nothing of it? Well, that little pipe might be hiding a surprising source of water you can use during droughts, watering restrictions, or even just to lower your bill. It's one of three passive water sources I've found around my own home. Water that would have gone straight to waste, but can be redirected to keep a garden alive. And in a real emergency, maybe even more. Where I live, our city restricts outdoor watering about every other year because of drought, and we're not alone, or even the worst hit. All over the US, and cities are rationing water. Southern California, Las Vegas, and the Colorado River Basin deal with seasonal or permanent restrictions. South Texas gets them too. And even in some large cities, like the Houston metro area, lawn watering often gets limited during long dry spells. What's the number one thing cities restrict first? It's almost always outdoor watering. Now, maybe you're fine letting the lawn go brown, but not your tomatoes, peppers, herbs, or squash. So today we're going to look at the hidden, passive water sources around your home. That's water you're already producing every day that can keep your garden going. And in a pinch, some of these sources could even help with more essential needs. Let's start with the thing that surprised me the most: air conditioning condensate. If you live anywhere humid, Houston, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, your air conditioner is quietly pulling gallons of water out of the air every single day. A typical home unit can produce 5 to 20 gallons a day. And because it's basically distilled water, plants absolutely love it. So, where does all that water go and how can you collect it? Look for your air conditioner's condensate drain line. Here's the tricky part: some homes have the drain sticking out of the exterior wall near the ground. Some homes have two drains, one low and a second one tucked up in the soffit. And some homes, like mine, as I demonstrated in the first image, route the main drain straight into the indoor plumbing where you can't see it at all. I'll admit, I was a little disappointed. Here's how to figure out your setup. If you see a small PVC pipe low on the exterior wall, dripping, that's your primary drain. Just place a bucket under it and be amazed at the water you collect after a day of running your air conditioning if you only see a pipe in the soffit. That's the secondary or emergency drain. It only drips if the main line is clogged. Great as a warning sign, not great for everyday collection. If you see zero pipes outside, your main drain is tied into your indoor plumbing. You're still generating gallons of condensate. You just can't access it. So, yes, some homes can collect condensate easily, some can't. And that's okay, because almost everyone has another source that's even easier: gray water. Gray water is simply clean water you've already run once, and most of us waste a surprising amount of it without even thinking. Do you run the kitchen sink to warm it up? Do you let the bath water run until it's comfortable? All of that water is perfectly usable. Instead of watching it go down the drain, catch it in a bucket and use it to hydrate your plants. You can even catch it in a pitcher and put it in the fridge for drinking water because it's literally the same tap water you already use. For most homes, this is the easiest and most consistent source of extra water, and probably the best way to conserve overall. And finally, even in drought-prone areas, it still rains sometimes. On the Gulf Coast, we can be in the middle of a long, dry August and suddenly get a pop-up storm. Our grandparents handled this with rain barrels. You can buy a barrel with a lid, mesh filter, and spigot, and I've put an example link in the description. If you don't want to buy anything, you can make your own with a large bucket, a mesh screen, and a bungee cord. Either way, you end up with a backup water supply for your garden and, in a pinch, an emergency reserve for things like fire protection. Now, can you clean or drink this water? Condensate. And rainwater are great for plants. Gray water from warming up the sink is exactly the same water you normally drink and cook with. You're just capturing it earlier. Other sources could be sanitized or filtered in an emergency, and I've covered purification methods in other videos if you want to learn more. Why conserve water? During a water shortage, you definitely don't want to waste water intentionally. But even in normal times, conserving water can help the environment, support self-sufficiency, and keep your bill down. If you've got other ideas for collecting water around your home, please share them in the comments. And if your area has dealt with drought, shortages, or extreme heat, tell us about your experience. We learn from each other. I hope you'll stick around as we share more practical tips for conserving water and dealing with unpredictable climate conditions. If you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until we meet again, take good care of yourself and stay hydrated.